Hello everyone and welcome to yet another week of the BFR free draft. And this week I have literally just set to, this game is being played a bit late, and I have literally just set to upload my week 2 game as I'm playing it's like partway through week 5. So yeah, what I'm probably gonna do, actually this will probably be coming out as part of having a bunch of videos in a row of the remaining BFR games that I've already played. Just before my WPF's content starts coming out. So me telling you guys this, when this is probably going to be like the second or maybe third video in that chain, may not help, but it could be the first video, and if it is, then expect more BFR videos after. Because it does look like VBL will be starting up soon. Either way, I'm playing against Radlop, and I forgot their team name. I've been doing an excellent job of forgetting my opponent's team names in leagues recently. So yes, they have a very funny team, which I will show the matchup. It's so much better than my team. They have an actual team. They've got Flutter, Yard, Walking Wake, Great Tusk, Venusaur, Sun. So another Venusaur after my last Venusaur. And then they also have Heatran there as a sort of a supplemental Sun option. But luckily, before I Terra with Ogerpon, or if I don't Terra with Ogerpon, it does have it has Mold Breaker, so it ignores Flame Body. Yep, no, the other one, Flash Fire from Heatran. So and Sturdy from the other Ogerpon, which is nice. So it is boosted by their Sun. They can Power Gem it with Flutter Mane, which would not be very nice, but it is unfortunately something that they can do. They've also got Noshifu, which is pretty rude. I just don't think they should be allowed to. They've got the Walking Wake. Like, their damage on this team is so crazy. They also have Meowstic there as a sort of, I'd say semi-premium, but premium Prime Snurtmon. They've got Runerigus is there, so that's another ground type 8-pointer. Obviously I went with Hippo. We played Mudsdale earlier in the season. Now here's the Runerigus. I think we played Mudsdale week 1, but that video just came out yesterday, so I have watched it. Yeah. Very, very offensive team, and it's one which is able to be consistently faster than me by having the Flutter Mane with a speed boost in Sun, so that's pretty annoying. So I've had to, and they also have like a good anti-Trick Room option there in the Sleep Powder, but it's not like the most consistent anti-Trick Room option. They've got Taunt, Sleep Powder, and are both sort of the main anti-Trick Room options here. So now let's go to the build. Deontay with Trick Room, yay! Power Gem, Earth Power. Now, if we look at my Trick Room abusers, it's Gyarados and Sun, so it's not really a Trick Room abuser. There's Hippo. It's got 2 moves that hit everything. One thing I didn't necessarily go into great depth on, but is kind of true, is that they actually really don't have a great ground check. Their only ground immunity is the Charizard. So that's pretty good. So that makes this able to be an effective Trick Room abuser, even with potentially the curse there. But then I have a very bulky Gyarados, which is technically one of my Trick Room guys, which shows how dire the Trick Room is. But on the same Earth Power grounds, Deontay's kind of good. It's Terra Dragon for some reason. I don't remember what the reason is. I don't even know what game. I do not remember. It's been, because this game is delayed, it's been a long time since I built. So I don't remember why I made many decisions. One of my other Trick Room abusers, which is just everything on this team because of just how fast their team is. Specifically, it's everything into Walking Wake and Flutter Mane. Here's the Sucker Punch, Sacred Sword, Icicle Crash, Chien-Pao. Icicle Crash is sort of its main stat move here, and then it's got Sucker to cover, to some extent, Flutter. But realistically, Sucker Punch covers Goldengo. You'd rather have a dark attack that isn't priority, but the priority is so important in this matchup that I went for the Sucker. It's Terra Ghost for Scarfer Shifu. That's right. Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah, in case they have Scarfer Shifu, I can Terra Ghost to live a CC. Or they can CC me, hit me to Sash, and then I can take another one if I Terra Ghost. Is also sort of a position that I can make there. And it also let me resist something. It made me not die, I think, at least to their Ogerpon. But I think I might always die even if they Terra. I don't remember. Like I said, unfortunately it's been a long while since I got my prep in here. Now, here's one of my Trick Room abuses. Also his Talent. Hurricane, Heat Wave, Tailwind, Protect. Hurricane is not lowered power, oh sorry, not lowered accuracy in Sun, because I have no guard. I remember, like, I was also like, yes, and I can dodge, I can dodge Thunder Wave if they lead Meowstic, Charizard. I can dodge Thunder Wave by not clicking Mega first. So that's how you know it's a good matchup. But the flying damage offensively is pretty good here. They do have Heatran, which hard walls Pidgeot. It just hidden power's banned, so that's really the only way that Pidgeot can punish Heatran at all. Like, it doesn't even have like Weather Ball, and it can't have an item to use Natural Gift when it's Mega, because you need to hold a berry and it's holding the Pidgeotite, so that's pretty heartbreaking. But I'll just try and not do that. I'll just Hurricane the Heatran, you know. Then yeah, I've got Gyarados here. It's defensive with Taunt. I don't actually remember why. I remember what this mon's supposed to do, but it's clearly physically defensive and specially defensive, and everyone knows that you need both of those. I think it's just because water is solid and like Scald Burns are pretty good options there. It just doesn't have like a good way to punish Walking Wake at all outside of the Scald Burn, so that's why it's Scald. I like considered using like the Dragon Rage. Is that the one? The one, yeah, the 40 HP damage. And I'm like, no, I think a Scald Burn's just better. Then I've got Ogerpod here. This is a relatively bulky build on the Ogerpon. It's got Rock Tomb. I'm pretty sure the Ivy Cudgel is... No, I think the defense is to live in a Shifu. It's some specific calc that I don't remember. But Ivy Cudgel in Sun does 1,000,000. I don't think I even need Sun. I think it's just if a Terrafire Ivy Cudgel, it kills a Shifu, which is pretty good. And then it's got Woodhammer there to hit Walking Wake and Grey Tusk, largely. And then Rock Tomb covers Charizard, who's really the only one that resists the dual stab. Though if I do Terra the Ogerpon, then Heatran becomes immune to Ivy Cudgel, and thus a very good check to it. Which, you know, is unfortunate. Rock Tomb is also like okay speed control in some situations, but it's so difficult to get in a position where that's really relevant. But maybe if I'm like protecting. And I do have Follow Me there to help Trick Room. Yep. I said that already, I think, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, Curse, Rock Slide, Slack Off. It's just there. I should have messaged my see the amazing. Hopefully you guys can't hear the typing now. I haven't gotten to the point in my videos after I had done the setup to make it so that my audio was slightly better. So yeah. Ugh. My opponent is opponenting the great and powerful Radlock. I could technically check what their team is. The New York Sleepers. That's a really bad sign for me, because they do have, I think, Saying on Fluttermane, as well as Sleep Powder on Venusaur. Maybe I did not build enough for the Sleep Powder Venusaur. I think, like we learned last week, that I didn't build enough for the Sleep Powder Venusaur, so let's see if I've made that mistake again. But yeah. I think this is a pretty challenging matchup. I'm considering making transactions. It's not fun to make transactions, you know? Like, my team being bad is, like, cool and all. It means that I have more interesting challenges than if my team was as broken as some of these teams are. But, you know, also I keep losing, so... I don't think I actually keep losing. I think I'm currently 2-1. But, you know... I decided that I keep losing, therefore I keep losing. What even happened? Yeah, I am 2-1. But yeah, my opponent will hopefully challenge me shortly. I think it was longer than 5 minutes I asked them for. No, yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. It was closer to 10. In my defense, their team is just broken. Like they were like, oh, it's a free draft, I should make sure I draft like it's a free draft, and then I didn't do that as much. Also, I keep talking in the wrong direction for the microphone, and I've noticed that can really affect the audio. That probably means I should change where the microphone is set up, but like that would require me putting in a pretty significant amount of effort. I do have a new computer, so I should do that as part of getting the new computer. This is definitely not like a good Gyarados set. I don't know why I have it. I don't know what's supposed to intimidate. Oh, I think is this supposed to switch in on Was this supposed to... Oh, it's Terrifier. Something else that was weak to... No, okay, everything else is... I'm clicking much too fast for viewers. But I was just checking the Terra types. Terra Dragon, Terra Ghost, Terrifier. I don't really know why it's Terrifier. I'm worried about them running Power Gem already. And now I'm just sort of incentivizing them to. What's fire even supposed to resist? Grass? I already resist grass. Electric? It doesn't resist electric. Fairy? Ice is supposed to resist fairy? I think there's probably a better argument for Terra Poison then, right? Because poison does that, but doesn't make me weak to water. Doesn't make me resist fire, which, you know, resisting fire is alright. Either way, I'm weak to Great Tusk's Headlong Rush, or whatever ground move it goes for. Which, you know, they do have a build where they could consider running Earthquake. They just have to position their team well for it. I don't think my team is Earthquake straight into my team though. Why am I Mental Herb? I know why I'm Mental Herb, but maybe it shouldn't be Mental Herb. I don't have a Covert Cloak. Okay, no Meowstick. The team is very fast. No Heatran. No Great Tusk. No Golden Go? No Venusaur. Okay, there is a Heatran. I don't know why I said no Heatran. It's literally just their top 6. You too! They just had the other 5 Pokemon to scare me. I don't really know how I'm supposed to abuse Trick Room here. Why don't I bring Petron? Is the Ghost matchup that bad? No, the Ghost matchup's not that bad. The Poison matchup's fine into the 6 that came. Alright, well, I'm just gonna do like the slow mode, which I think is technically this. I'm going to... I don't actually know if you live Walking Wake. I'm gonna Terra Dragon Trick Room, and I'm gonna Rock Tomb the Yard. If Ogerpod lives, or if they target Deontay, then I don't know if that KOs Yard, but it should do a lot. I think it really depends on their Charizard set. But Megazord Y doesn't get any bulk on regular Charizard, so they would need a decent bit of investment. Okay, Speed Boost. Okay, they went for Protect, which is rude. But, you know... Okay. Yeah, that would have KO'd me had I not gone for that. So I'm going to Power Gem the Charizard, and I think Wood Hammer the Wake here. At least it's boosted by the item, the Hearthflame Mask. I don't think that the Wood Hammer is going to be enough to KO though. No, it's not. So if they go for a Draco there, they do get the KO on me, but they do take a lot of damage, and they also no longer have Sun. Oh, but I want them to have Sun because that's how I'm faster than them. Okay. Why did I bring Pidgeot over Chien-Pao? I feel like Chien-Pao was much better. Okay. Do we think that Heat Wave from a Mega Pidgeot will do enough to put Walking Wake in range of... Oh, or I could just bring Hippo in that slot. Do we think Ivy Cudgel without Sun? If we turn the Sun off. Okay, we don't think Ivy Cudgel will KO Wake. So I got a Wood Hammer into the Wake and bring in Hippo. It did mean they went before me, which means I definitely could have gone for the other move. Okay, let's see if they also went for the Cudgel into this slot, or if they went for the Cudgel into the other slot. They went for the Cudgel into the other slot. Good. Good news. Not great news, but it's good news. I do not have a lot of defense on this. I want to Rock Slide and Ivy Cudgel the Flutter. It's obviously it's annoying if the Flutter protects, but it can only protect one of these turns. So realistically, it's more trying to play around the Follow Me. Yeah. Sorry, I think that the follow me is more of a concern, I think is maybe what I was trying to say, but I didn't actually say it, so. And that's why you're on Rock Slide, baby! I think it's pretty likely that I win at this stage. Okay. I think even with that miss, it's probably still pretty likely that I win. The flinch there was obviously just very impactful. Ivy Cudgel's not even a contact move, it's so dumb. Oh, they didn't even tear it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, that's obviously a good turn. Crit's root, but I do think it's a high crit rate move, which is also root. Yeah, GG. Okay, so... what did we learn? My Trick Room plans are really bad. Like, really difficult to position in a way that's effective, which we did already know coming in, but it didn't feel really good. I can tell you that much. We didn't see anything for the flutter. The flinch was good, helpful. Like, maybe I was still fine anyways. Really depends what the flutter went for. Because it did still have the Mega Pitch. They didn't bring a Shifu. That's interesting. I kind of want to just lead Janpao, which means I'm leading it next to Half Flame, I think. So then that means the back is Pigeon. We'll bring Gyarados, it's fine. Okay. If this is Scarf Heatran, this is annoying. What's the Heatran? I have not looked at my opponent's Terras at all. Terra Water on Walking Wake, Terra Rock on Pond, Terra Water on Urshifu. That's interesting. Terra Fairy, and there's Terra Grass on Heatran. So I have like sort of two main options here. One is to protect the Janpao, and the other one's to attack with Janpao. And I'm tempted by both of them right now. I currently speed tie the Flutter main as far as I know, because it could be Scarf. But it's not Booster Energy, and they can't get Sun Up this turn unless they Scarf Heatran, and it's not the move I'd be most scared of from Scarf Heatran. So I could, if I'm really scared of Scarf Heatran, I could double it with Sucker and Ivy Cudgel. So this specifically covers Scarf Heatran. And not very well, actually. But, you know, it does cover it. Okay, so it looks like I could have suckered the Flutter there, which would have been very good for me. Well, I can't sucker it anymore, I can tell you that much. I'm going to protect. Kind of want to Terrify Cudgel, but unfortunately I don't think that Terrify is correct here. I do think the Cudgel's correct. I could Terrifier Woodhammer. And it basically always picks up the pawn. I think that's what I have to do. I'm going for Protect into Terrifier Woodhammer. Okay, Terra Fairy's a decent sign. Like, that feels okay to me. Okay, I need to not lose a speed tie. Oh no! I forgot that if I Terra, I lose the ability. Which is pretty dumb. That was maybe not the best play in the history of games. I'm gonna switch in Gyarados, and then Mega Evolve and Heat Wave, because the Heat Wave will pick up the Ogerpon, it can't miss, and it will break a Sash on the Flutter main. You know what the thing is? I'm pretty sure I would have KO'd the Ogerpon even without going for that, because the mon's good. Is mostly where it is. Okay, wow, they really, really hate both of these Pokemon. Oh my gosh, that's really bad. Oh, that's really bad. Unfortunately, I've got, like, Thunderbolt! I guess I wish I Tailwinded then. I am thinking on it. And no, I don't wish I Tailwinded, because then the Ogerpon could have attacked, but it's annoying. I wish I had Thunderwave on this slot on Gyarados. I feel like it's pretty likely the Urshifu attacks into the Pidgeot slot, which is annoying because I don't want it to. My Gyarados also just does nothing into Flutter, so it would be helpful if I Terra'd, but I can't because I made a bad Terra on the Ogerpon. That was a really bad Terra on the Ogerpon. Okay, so I think my out is to protect here and Tailwind. Okay, Dazzling. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way that I'm doing anything here. So I would need like a Sucker Crit into Flutter, most likely. I don't even live the next Wicked Blow. Urshifu is dumb. Is that banded, or is that just how much it does? Okay, it does look like it's banded, right? Because without Sword of Ruin, I don't know how to turn Sword of Ruin off. No, it doesn't look like it's banded. Well, that's rude. Well, regardless, I think I have to Sucker Crit the Flutter here. I just don't achieve anything after Sucker Critting the Flutter. Yeah, GG indeed. This is a really well played game from my opponent. I mean, that lead feels like it was really bad into my Trick Room lead. Did I even follow you with the Ogerpon game on? No, I didn't, right? Yeah. No, I didn't. I don't think it's an accurate statement that Gyarados is a Spit F Pokemon. I just took 32 for that fairy. And we know this is it's most likely Sash, but we don't know that 100% for sure. I kind of just want to lead Diancie and Ogerpon again, but this time bring Genpow in the back instead of Pidgeot. Man. I'm so tempted to Protect, I guess, and Terrify Ivy Cudgel the Urshifu here, because it just dies. Subject to their investment. Yep. Okay, and then they should flash Magma Storm. Magma Storm! Okay, well, now I'm very walled by this Heatran, whether it Terra Grasses or not, with my Ogerpon. And they think they know that. Have I shown follow me? I haven't. I haven't. I can probably get Trick Room up, though, at least. I can definitely get Trick Room up, at least. Does Trick Room win? What's the other move? Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball probably picks up, right? They haven't revealed Magma. I could bring Hippo in and Ivy Cudgel the Flutter Mane. I think that's my play. I could bring Hippo in and Rock Tomb the Flutter Mane. That's great. That's just great. Like that is just actually good for me. Because then if I faint, I get to bring... Oh, well that sucks. Unfortunate. Okay. That's not so good. But I expect them to protect this turn, which is really annoying. Also, that Earth Power did a lot. That crit really sucks because I lived that Shadow Ball always. Did I always live? I think I... Yeah. I mean, I don't know their exact investment, but it seems fairly likely that I lived. I can bring Diancie into the Hippo slot. There's probably a case for that. We haven't seen a Steel move from this Heatran. Obviously, this is the turn that they would reveal it if they were to reveal it, but you know. Okay, yeah. So we know which one of these mons is Terang. Okay, that was unexpected. Does Power Sacred Sword ever pick up Heatran? Probably not, right? I think I just Trick Room and Sucker Punch the Flutter. Okay. That still did a lot. Do we think Rock Slide ever picks up the Flutter from here? We do think Rock Slide always picks up the Flutter from here. Okay. This is by no means a one game, but at least this is a decent position. So Rock Slide, Earth Power. I just need to not miss Rock Slide, right? We've already seen Rock Slide hit Flutter this game. He did 41 to Flappy, which is the Flutter. So, oh wow, they are slow. They are so slow. They're like item slow. Do we think Magma Storm picks up? I think we do think Magma Storm picks up, which is really unfortunate. How much did the Earth Power do earlier? Earth Power did 40%? Okay, so they are very offensive. Okay, this is kind of weird. So I think I have to Earth Power the Heatran and Protect. I don't have Protect. Why do I have Curse? My opponent is simply a greater player than me, but they've also been punished by that. But also, like, you know, we're in this position as a result of the critical hit from Shadow Ball, which was a pretty impactful turn in my view. Is my DNC just not offensive enough? I think there's probably a case to be made for that. So I always died to Earth Power, right? Earth Power did 33 earlier. I feel like they're more likely to target the Diancie at this stage. I think my out here is them either missing Hippo with Magma Storm or attacking into Diancie. I don't think that out is affected by whether or not I protect with Diancie this turn. So if they Earth Power into Diancie here, yeah, which is a reasonable play. Alright, and now I need the flinch. I got the flinch. I didn't actually need the flinch, but it obviously helps. Yeah, the flinch is... sorry, I didn't necessarily need the flinch. It's possible they also attacked into Diancie. No, there's no way they would have. I think it's just better for me to go for Rock Slide on a turn where they... Okay, well, you know. Okay. So we've seen Horn Leech. We think Horn Leech KOs. We think they're going for I think I lost. I think I should have high horsepower there, but I think even if I hit that Rock Slide, I think I still lost. If I'm at +1 defense, +1 attack, we think I do live. Yeah, so they always spiky shield there. The question is, does this high horsepower KO? After they heal from Horn Leech. Also, do I live? Which I think I do, yeah. Okay, and it looks like it did KO. And it looks like I lived another one, which is really good for me. GG. Okay, that was really RNG heavy. This is why I've already done the video for this. But yeah, definitely comment down below what was your favorite piece of hacks that game. Crazy hacks, that's it. Just sort of all around, yeah. I mean, look, I definitely made decisions. I think if I went for that high horsepower, so what I don't think I verbalized it, but the reason I went for Rock Slide on that turn of a high horsepower was because I was worried about them going for Spiky Shield and thus putting me in range. It looks like I was probably in range anyways, or at least it would have been a roll. But you know, there's a lot to it. You know, the Pokemon is a game where stuff happens. So yeah, definitely thank you guys all for watching. Goodbye.